Previously, I showed you how to install this reverse osmosis system to provide super clean water. Right now, it's like 24 ppm, which is super clean. The white tube goes to the dispenser up on the sink for you to drink the clean water. But then I noticed there's this cold water supply going into the refrigerator. This cold water is not super clean. The refrigerator has a filter within to filter out that water. It doesn't make any sense to buy another expensive proprietary water filter from Samsung. Today we'll be installing a T adapter here, providing super clean water for us to drink, as well as super clean water straight to the refrigerator. Not only will we be saving money, but the existing reverse osmosis system is even better than the filter water from Samsung. First thing we need to do is turn off this cold water supply line going to the refrigerator. Turn it clockwise to turn off. And now disconnect this. I'm going to disconnect this by using one of this small wrench. Be sure to have a sponge nearby or a towel, as there might be some water gushing out. Here's the T adapter. We should add some Teflon tape on top as well as on the bottom. This one does not need any Teflon tape. This will go straight to the fridge line. Let's install the T adapter. With the T adapter connected, you can see how it's going to work. By the way, if this video is helpful, please consider subscribing and liking this video. This lets YouTube know that my video is indeed helpful and will recommend it to others like yourself. The super clean water from the RO will go into here, and then it will split to the dispenser on top and to the fridge. We're very lucky that the white tube going to the dispenser is very long, so we're just going to snip it right about here somewhere. I'm going to use this very special cutter. What happened is that when you splice the tube, it has to be perfectly straight down and clean. The result cannot be jagged nor bent and angled. Otherwise, water might leak out. Just place the tube in the holder and press it down to cut. The tool makes it very easy to do so. There we go. Now we're going to connect this into the T adapter. On this side, we're going to do the same thing. Here's a better look of how to connect the PE tube. The nut goes in first, and then this brass ring, and then this tiny rod. This will screw onto the T adapter by hand, and then tighten the nut down with a small wrench. Working with this compression fitting is a pain. Why? Because this tube right here has to go directly straight in. If it comes in at an angle of more than 5 degrees, then you'll see the brass ring within. If you do see the brass ring, water will leak out. So make sure when you're connecting it, it is going straight in. Here you can see I'm using the plier to hold this end in the middle of the T, and then use my mini wrench to tighten down the brass nuts. Once the water supply is turned back on, verify that there is absolutely no leak when the water is turned back on. Otherwise, it's going to be a pain to clean up or even ruin your cabinet. It is possible that the compression fittings will fail over time, so I highly recommend installing a water leak sensor as seen here. It's placed on a towel, so if water comes in contact far away, the towel will soak up the water first, transfer it to the sensor, and I will get the notification to my phone. Once all is said and done, this is the desired results. Clean water line coming in from the reverse osmosis. Here it splits using the T adapter. One goes to the fridge, and the other goes to the dispenser on top of the sink. Overall, I'm pretty happy as I don't have to buy the expensive Samsung filter. Now I only have to focus on just the filters of the RO system. Inside the Samsung fridge, if you go all the way down to the bottom right hand corner, there's the filter. Twist it counterclockwise and then pull it straight out. We're very lucky this fridge does not need a bypass plug. To test if your fridge needs a bypass plug, remove your filter. Try to fill up a cup or two of water from the fridge water dispenser. If no water comes out, that means you need a bypass plug. Now, if your fridge needs a bypass plug, definitely get that before trying to do this whole project. Use a towel to wipe off the excess water if there's any. And that's it. Now that everything is installed, let's do a quick test. As you can see, water comes in spurts. This is because my RO system is outputting water slower than what the Samsung fridge wants to output. It's not really an issue as I get water at the dispenser. We only use this fridge to get ice. Here's a cup of water in 15 seconds. Before wrapping up this video, we should do something about that gaping hole in your fridge since the filter is no longer there. I guess you can 3D print a cover. For simplicity's sake though, I'm just going to reuse the old filter. The bottom has been trimmed off using a miter saw. There are plenty of plastic debris flying around as you do this, so don't forget to wear a mask. Give it a good clean, removing all the loose plastic stuff before reusing this. A modified filter cover will not screw in, it just slides in. Alright, hopefully you found this video helpful. I really appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and thanks for watching.